Good morning. Welcome to our event, Civil 3D Collaboration with BIM 360 Design. So again, my name is Jello with my colleague, Sir Jero Sabrador. And here is our agenda for today. First, we're going to see the industry trends and the business challenges. What is building information modeling? BIM 360 and its offerings. The new Civil 3D home screen, the XREF and the BREFs, and we're going to have some technical demonstration. And the last one is the question and comment portion. So please stay tuned because we have a quiz at the end of our event, and this is only for fun. And we're going to give you some prizes who is going to answer some questions. So let's take a quick poll for a second. So there is no right or wrong answer. So you can answer what is your role in your company. Okay, let's give a seconds for the other attendees. Okay. Okay, thank you for answering our poll. So I can see that most of you are engineers and designers, and some of you are others. So thank you again. Let's proceed to the requirements. So when it comes to Civil 3D collaboration with BIM 360, here are the following requirements. So first, you must have an access to Civil 3D 2020.2 or later. So yung mga versions na new, need natin siya ma-install so that makagamit tayo ng collaboration. And also, you must have a BIM 360 design license. And next is, you must install an Autodesk Desktop Connector app so that you can navigate through your BIM 360 in your Civil 3D. And lastly, you must have an internet connection since we are doing some cloud collaboration. Let's see some industry trends. There are a lot of trends driving the need for project delivery for our customers. So some of these trends include urbanization. So urbanization is leading to a massive migration to cities. So owners are realizing the benefits of BIM and the associated project savings, leading to more BIM mandates. So teams are increasingly their need to connect with each other and other access in critical project information when it comes to real time. So this is for the distributed project teams. So all of these trends are leading to a massive explosion of data. So as a result, our customers are left with the problem of having to manage this massive amount that data across teams. So to address these challenges, we've seen a shift in the industry when it comes to project execution. So we have the industry reaction chart here. So this is the traditional execution. So from the designer up to the owner, somehow upon transmitting the data, there is been losses. So what we want is the desired execution. So from the designer up to the owner, we have the data continuity, and we can access the files in real time. So let's take a look at some of the challenges around the project collaboration. So first is the issue of security and accountability. Team communication is also a concern. So another area of concern is collaboration. So as noted earlier, projects are getting more complex and schedules are getting shorter. So when these factors aren't properly addressed, there's a negative impact in the overall quality of the project. So let's take a quick fall for again, for a second. So let's see what is or are the civil treaty versions that you are using. So again, there is no right or wrong answer. And also, if you are familiar with BIM 360. So let's give a second again to other attendees. Okay. Hmm. Another second, I guess. All right. So I can see that most of you are using AutoCAD, and most of you guys are also using Civil 3D 2016. But I'm glad that there are some using Civil 3D 2020 and 2021. And almost half is also familiar with BIM 360. So let's see the next slide. So the solution to the industry's challenges as well as the business challenges is BIM. So BIM basically stands for Building Information Modeling. So BIM is an intelligent 3D model-based process that equips architecture, engineering, and construction professionals with the insight and tools to more efficiently plan, design, construct, and manage buildings and infrastructure. So with BIM, you can improve your project understanding and also your decision making. You can share and use the same consistent data across the life cycle. And also, you can respond quickly to the change with processes that are smarter and faster. So through these different roles in the project, we have the connected BIM. So from the schedule, project control, up to the cost, quality, BIM 360, BIM applies with BIM 360. So what is BIM 360 design? So with BIM 360 design, you can work anytime, anywhere in Revit, Civil 3D, and Plan 3D. So this is for the designers. You can centrally manage your data in one platform, which is BIM 360. So this is for coordinators. And also, you can communicate ongoing design progress with anyone on any device. So this is for the decision makers. Okay. Enabling multidiscipline design and connecting all stakeholders. So we are centralizing our collaboration tools on a single platform. So we brought these things together into a single BIM 360 brand that supports design, build, and operate. So what are the BIM 360 offerings? So first, it has a BIM 360 docs. So it controlled access to project information. So you can do also versioning, markups, and issue creations. So we have a BIM 360 design module. So this is a design collaboration. Before, we only have Revit Cloud Work Sharing. But now, we already have the collaboration for Civil 3D and for Plan 3D. And another module is BIM 360 Coordinate. So this is a model coordination and Naviswork integration module. And next is we have the BIM 360 Build. So for the checklist, submittals, and RFIs. This is a field project and cost management module. So all project information in BIM 360 is managed in a single data repository or common data platform, which is the document management module of BIM 360. So in short, each of these module has a BIM 360 docs inside in it. So before we proceed, let's see what is Civil 3D first. So for those who don't know the Civil 3D. So it is a civil engineering design and documentation solution that support BIM workflows. It is a software for civil engineers, drafters, designers, working on transportation, land development, and also water projects. So with BIM 360 design infrastructure, we have BIM 360 design for Civil 3D includes three key items. So first, it has a document management module. So you can review submittals. You can also do visual version control, create an issue and a markups. You can collaborate for Civil 3D. So through cloud managed projects, you can create and consume data shortcuts, and also it has a automated file locking. And lastly, it has Autodesk Desktop Connector. So with this, you can have the BIM 360 desktop access. You can unlock and lock files. You can view the file status, what is the version, who is the author, and etc. So what is external reference? So in external reference, you can only do one step, which is you get everything in the drawing. So with this, you have to manage the layers regularly. So basically, any objects in that is based or in AutoCAD and Civil 3D can be displayed in XREFs. Next is the DREFs or data reference. So it has two steps. First, you have to create a shortcut so you can see what you're going to share. Then create the reference to connect the shared data. Also, with this data reference, you get only the data you need to work. So it has cleaner drawings. So let's proceed to our technical demonstration. So let me jump into my BIM 360. So this is the BIM 360 interface. So as you can see, I am a member of this company, Maximum Solutions Corporation 2.0. And this is the project that I'm involved in, Civil Webinar Project. But if you drop down this project, you can see that there's a lot of project that I can see. It only means that this project is I'm part of. Also, before you in setting up your project, so again, you can add some images in your project. So for example, in my project, I add this type of image since I'm doing some residential and roadway project. After you modify your profile, next thing you need to do is to add some members. So you can see that I've already added some of my members here in my project. So me as a project admin, and I add Sir Jerus Obrador. So we're both from the same company, which is Maximum Solutions Corporation, but we have different roles. So he's a project engineer and I'm a civil engineer. So I gave him access to Insight, document management, and design collaboration module. And also I assign him as a project admin. And also I add some two other members, which is Auto1 and Auto2 Desk. So they are both from Autodesk company. They have the same role, which is designer. So you can change the role if what is their role in the project. Okay. And also I only gave them document management and design collaboration module. But I can easily gave them an access as a project admin if needed. So let me undo that. Then let's proceed to our document management. Okay, so here in document management, you can see all the files that you are uploading. So here in my document management, I've already created some projects or some folders. So I have lakefront project up to demo folder. So take note that each of these folders has a permission folder level control. Sorry. And then you can see that under my permissions, I add all of my members in my project. So here in Lakefront project, I gave Sir Jeros Obrador as folder control permission level. So he has an access to all the projects here in the Lakefront project folder. And also I add Auto 1 and Auto 2. And I gave them different permission level. Take note that even though I already gave them different modules or permissions in the members or project admin, I can also change the permission level in each folder that they're involved in. And also, I can also remove them. If Auto2 desk needs to be a view only permission level, simply I select the view only and you won't see or you can't view or I can't download or upload or edit some files here in the certain folder. And I also add subfolders here in Lakefront project. Take note also that each subfolders has a permission level also. But since Auto 2 desk and Auto 1 desk is already, and Jerry Obrador is already a member of the main folder, which is the Lakefront project, they are inherited for this folder. But again, even though they have the folder, for example, Sir Jerus has already folder control in the Lakefront project, but I don't want him to have the folder control when it comes to this civil folder. So I can easily change that. No. I'm going to change the Lakefront project first, then I'm going to change here the permission level of his folder. And also, to do this, yeah, I can change or upgrade his view only permission level here in this folder, something like that. Then let's proceed to our Civil 3D. So let me go to my Civil 3D. Okay. So here in the Civil 3D 2020.2 or later versions. So we still have the recent files, but we have the new tab, which is the file type tab. So we can easily know what file type this project is. And for example, this is a local. This is from a local machine, and this is from the cloud project. And also, we have the BIM 360 tab. Since I already installed the Autodesk Desktop Connector app, I log in my Autodesk account, which is this one, Angelito Flores. And with that, I can access or navigate my folder or my files that is also in my BIM 360. So you can see that this is my Maximum Solution Corporation 2.0 company, and this is the folder project. And with that, I can navigate through my, we also have learning tab. So with this, you have some tool tips, some getting started videos that might help you when it comes to your projects. I just want to add here in the BIM 360 that we have this refresh the current folder option. So we can easily update or make an update to your projects. So you can see that I open some of files that is included here in the civil webinar project. So let's wait. Okay, it's loading. Because Civil Sheet is always refreshing and updating the folders into up to date. Yeah. So as of now, I am working on the lakefront surface, which is this one, and also the corridor with sample lines. So here in the BIM 360 webinar project, it is automatically locked by me, which is me. And this these two, this lock will also see the other members. So let's say I open some new drawing. So you can see that this is a from local machine, because since this lakefront surface came from, so this lakefront surface came from cloud, it should be in a cloud. Let me reopen this project first. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. So with this, you can see that these files came from the cloud. Since there is a cloud drawing icon. And let me close this again and re-upload and reopen this one so that we can see these files came from the cloud. All right. Okay. Then let's proceed to our new drawing, which is drawing 3. So here in my drawing 3, let's do some excerpt. So excerpt or external reference is not a new command for those who Civil 3D users out there. But I'm going to show you on how to extract files with BIM 360 or cloud. So it has the same procedure, but you just have to navigate through this BIM 360 icon. Since I already have Autodesk Desktop Connector app, see the files that is you're going to upload in your XREF. So for example, I want to upload the surface right here and make an XREF to it. So yeah. So again, you're not limited to one external files as long as it is created in the same surface or area. You can upload them as you want. Also, with this, something like this. Yeah. So with this XREF, I've uploaded the lakefront alignment parcel. Okay. The lakefront alignment and the parcel all together. But if you're going to see closely, this surface is different from my other surface. Because it has a point out here. So in my external reference, it says in the C or select this check reference status so that you can see what is the, since I already checked the check reference status and I can see that lakefront surface needs reloading, I can simply select and reload it manually. Then with that, you can see that the point or the surface has already been updated. So you can see also that the path of these files came from my BIM 360. So this came from the cloud. And also, you can attach some images here in your project. So for example, you have aerial images in your project, so you can do that. Next, let's proceed to our T-Reps. So here in my lakefront surface that came from the cloud, I can make or create some data shortcuts. Again, so data shortcuts also is not a new command, but what we're going to do is we're going to collaborate through BIM 360 or cloud. We'll collaborate to this file, but first let me set the working folder. So I will navigate through my BIM 360 and select the specific folder that I want to create some data shortcuts. So for example, this folder name as data shortcuts. Then you can see that it's already been uploaded, or the path has already been updated. Then let's create a new data shortcuts project folder. So let's name this as then since I've already created a folder here in Civil 3D, it should reflect also here in your BIM 360. So let me reload this one first. Let's take a second for this one. Okay. So all of the project members that has access to that specific folder will able to see the folder that I've been created through data shortcuts. So let's wait again. It's loading. Yeah. So I created a data shortcut here in project file demo. And then, as you can see here in my data shortcuts, I have three different folders. So the civil project is already been uploaded. So if you have created lots of data shortcuts folder, you can see that when you set the data shortcuts folder, you can see all of those folder that is being created. So for example, let's work in this civil project. Then select that. Then let's upload this certain, oh wait, find this different. Again, let me do that, okay. Again, let's upload this lakefront surface that came from the cloud. So let's create some data shortcuts, okay. So you can see, I only have surface in my interface or drawing space. So it will only, I can only see or upload this surface in my data shortcuts. So let's select one. So if you have lots of files that in your that is in your working space, you can see those here in your data shortcuts. So also, not all the files are supported by the data shortcuts. Only surface, alignments, site networks, corridors, viewfinder groups. So other than this, you can upload them as a data shortcuts. Since I already uploaded the surface right here, searchers must see for that I've been created. So Sir Jerus, Are you there? So here we're going to let us see on how he will going to create a reference in his drawing for Civil 3D. Sir Jerus?
Yes, yes. Hello, hello. Hello, let me just share my screen. So good
Sir
morning,
Jerus, are
everyone.
you there?
Hello? Hello? Can everyone hear me? Hello?
Hello.
Yes,
Yeah,
all
Right.
yeah.
Let's. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, so let me just share my screen. So Jello, please unshare your screen first. Okay. Okay, so basically what Jello was saying. So let me just share my browser. Okay, so um, he created a data shortcuts folder under the demo folder. So as you can see, I can only see 3 folders in my document management because since Jello is the project admin, he only did set up these folders for me to see. So that there's some permissioning happening in there. So anyways, under this demo folder, I can already see in my document management that he uploaded the data shortcuts. So if I go to my Civil 3D, can you now see my Civil 3D screen? Yeah?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the information. So anyways, what I'm saying is for you to navigate the data shortcuts folder, so you need to have um, the desktop connector for you to navigate on your Windows Explorer, the BIM 360 projects. So again, here I chose the project me and Jello are working on. So here I'm navigating the data shortcuts folder in the demo folder. So again, yeah, I've set it up like that, just like that. Okay, and as you can see here in the data shortcuts folder, as you can see, there is a directory which starts with BIM 360 going towards the project directory in the BIM 360 drive, right? So next thing that I'm gonna do, since I wanna get the data that Jello shared in the data shortcuts, so I'm gonna set the data shortcuts project folder. Since there are particular folders in that data shortcuts folder. And in this case, what Jello did set up a while ago is the civil project folder. I'm just gonna click OK. It's gonna browse on the files or the data that is inside the particular data shortcut folder. Okay, so let me just explain what's gonna happen. What's supposed to happen. Okay, so basically if Jello uploads the particular update on the file, so I should be able to see the data from his file or the data shortcuts that he did on the particular data shortcut section in my tool space. So just to give you an example of that, I'm supposed to see data under the surfaces, under the alignments, if there are alignments or such. So that's the difference of XREF and DREF. So basically an XREF, you're getting everything out of the external reference, but for the DREF or data reference, you can actually break down the data into surfaces, alignments, and whatnot. So as you can see here, I have now extracted from the cloud folder a lakefront surface. So this is what we're supposed to see. And then this surface, if I want to reference it, I just click on create reference here. And then I'll just set the defaults. And from there, I can already see the data that Jello did upload or did reference with. So basically, that's what the workflow is. So I have that's what's supposed to happen. So once that Jello creates the data reference or the data shortcuts, I can now create a data reference from that data. So just to clarify, Jello is in Manila and I'm in Laguna. So that means this is not within the office collaboration. This is collaboration from different locations. So I'll toss it back to Jello. Jello, are you ready? I'll stop sharing my screen.
Oh, sure. Thank you. Okay, let me share my screen again. Okay, so under this lakefront surface, let me edit or create some points or add some points somewhere here. Then let's save it. Let's see if Sir Jerus will able to see this certain point that I added, Sir Jerus.
So just to confirm, that is from the webinar data shortcuts folder, right?
Yep. This is from
Okay.
the webinar data shortcuts folder. Okay, let me stop sharing my screen.
Okay, so what Jello did is he, let's say he did upload the survey data or the land data, the surface. So now I'm working and referencing that particular surface. So any changes that he should make would reflect on my data reference. So let's say I've been alerted that he did have a change in the file. So he did upload version 2. So I'll be updated through email if I'm subscribed on that BIM 360 document folder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to, since the changes are not yet reflecting on my my Civil 3D, I can click on the check reference status button right here. And then what it's going to do is it's going to refresh the data. So it's going to alert me if there are changes that have been made on the particular file. And then I can click on synchronize here so that the data will synchronize according to the changes that he made. So as you can see here, so since he did make a point, so I don't know if it's a depression or a mountain, so I can check in my object viewer if what type of data the surveyor has changed on the file. So as you can see, I can see here that it is depression, so it's going down. Yeah. So now with that change, I can carefully build my data around the changes that the surveyor or Drello has made. So basically that's it. I'll toss it back to Jello for further features of the BIM 360 design collaboration. Jello?
All right. Thank you for that, Sir Jerus. So let me share my screen again. All right. So basically, that's the workflow for the DX or data shortcuts. So let's say I have another file which is named as corridor with sample lines. So I've already made some corridors out of that surface. So with this, I can also upload them or create some data shortcuts through these files. Yep. Wait. Let me change my data shortcut folder. Okay. Okay. So now we only have the lakefront surface. Then if I create a data shortcuts out of this file, I can see all of the projects or objects that is included here in my interface. So as you can see, I have lots of surface that is being created. Okay, so lots of alignments also and corridors. So again, not all of the project data that is in your interface is going can be shared through data shortcuts. So as you can see, I have the parcel in my drawing, but still I can share it through data shortcuts. Also, I can upload all of these uh, files in my data shortcuts at once. Then, after the uploading has been done, other members like Sir Jerus will able to see and again create a reference out of this drawing. So since it's already been uploaded, uh, you should also seeing this type of data shortcuts that have been created. So basically that's it. So again, let's proceed to BIM 360. So let's do some markups and also some file comparing. Under my demo project, so here in my civil folder, as you can see, we have uh, different versions for each file. So as you can see here in my lakefront surface, I've already had version 6. So if I select this version, I can see that all of the version history that is being done. So for example, from version 1, I make some changes and automatically after save it, it will create another version, which is version 2. Then also you can make the older file or the previous version as your current file and do some edits again. And also, of course, you can do another changes through make current file. If somehow you change your mind, you want to work another again to version 2 rather, then also after you save that certain file, for example, that version 1, you save it, automatically it will create another version as a version 3, and so on and so forth. So you can compare version files. Okay, so let's try to compare this version 6 and wait. Let me compare the lakefront section folder or file rather. So you can do some compare versions. So take note that there you can only compare two versions in your files. Okay, let me compare version 1 and compare version 3. Okay, so you have two different types of file comparing. So first is the compare documents through overlay, and also you can compare them through side by side. So through overlay, as you can see, the lakefront or version 1 is the color blue, so you can turn off the or the other version, so you can see what's the difference between those versions, and you can do side by side. So you just manually see or select what is the difference between those versions. So as you can see, here in my version 1, I only have junior street section view And for the other file, I've already created another section views, which is a senior and main street. So basically, that's the file comparing. So let me do this. Also, you can do some markups and issues in your certain folder or certain files. So let's say I want to create some issue or some markups under this lakefront alignment. Let me refresh this one. So take note that you don't have to install Civil 3D or any software when it comes to BIM 360 if you want to view the certain file and you want to do some markups. You can view this through this BIM 360 Autodesk Viewer. So let's wait for a moment. Yeah, it will. It's taking longer. I'm sorry. Okay. So for example, this is our alignment. And for example, I want to create some markups. So this is the markup tools right here. So let's say I want to create or markup about somewhere here. And let's say I want to make some changes. So change this connected alignment. Change the connected alignment radius. So something like that. Then with that, after you save this markup, all of the members under that folder will be notified that there has been a markup that is being created. Okay, so let's say, so that's how we do some markups. Also, you can do some issues. So let's say I want to create some issue about somewhere here. Okay, then you can choose what type of issue that is being creating. For example, building code. Then what kind of status? The title, let's say it's a building code. And you can assign them to the members that is being involved in this folder. Let's say I want to assign it to Auto 2. And you can choose a due date. Let's say let's give him until next week. Something like that. And location, owner, root cause, code compliance, description, change the certain alignment, change this alignment for the code compliance, something like that. After you created a issue, for example, the Auto2 will get an email that he has an issue under this project. So all of those issues is be reflected through this issues tab. Okay. Let's wait again. Okay. It's loading. Sorry for this. Okay. For the storage management, for the BIM 360, it has a unlimited storage. Also, you don't have to have some certain, what do you call that? Wait, let me just, you don't have to have some certain files. You don't have to have certain files as long as it is included here in BIM 360. So you can save them as much as you want. So it's kind of, yeah. So here, under in my issues tab, I can see all of the issues that is being created from different, by different persons, okay, since I'm the project admin. Also, I can make this issue as a answered, closed, or void, and I can attach some files if I have one. And also, we can do some little chats or comments under this issue. For example, I want to say that this issue is being created for the code compliance, something like this. Then auto 2, I can also mention auto 2 and something like that. You can communicate through this chat, some chat box or comment section, something like this. So basically that's it. Let's proceed to our okay, for the question and comments, you can type those or in the Q&A tab or option.
Okay,
Moment.
Jello, excuse me. So there's a question from chat, from Sir Alfred Milan.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna answer this quickly. Okay. So he's asking, what if the data being shared was renamed or deleted? What is the effect to the other drawing referencing from the said file? So what solution can be done should problem occurs due to this? Okay. So basically, first, so let's discuss what will happen if the data reference or xref, let's say dref or xref, has been renamed or deleted. So once that for xrefs, once that you reload it, so of course there would be a referencing error in your xref window. So for drefs as well, so all you need to do is to actually remap the directory of the file in the BIM 360 drive if you're using BIM 360. So it's actually very much similar to what will happen if you are operating on a server. Okay, so what are the solutions that we can do? Okay, so in BIM 360, there's what you call permissioning. So as what Jello did discuss a while ago, so only certain people can access a certain folder. So you need to have that kind of security and permission so that people won't carelessly rename the file or move the file. So there are access wherein you cannot actually rename, you cannot move folders and etc. So that will be the solution for that, I think. So let's say there's this folder and you don't want everyone but you to have access or folder control over that. So that means you can rename but others cannot rename. So there's a permission level functionality like that in BIM 360. So yeah, so basically you can leverage on that. Thank you for the question, Sir Alfred. Okay, so we have another question. In BIM 360, what is the difference of the plan and project file? Okay, so I think what you're saying is, wait, let me just share my screen. Okay, so let's just navigate to another folder. Okay. So what Sir is asking, so who did ask the question? Sir Gilbert, thank you for the question. Basically, in the BIM 360 document management interface, you do have the plans folder and the project files folder as a default. So his question is, what is the difference? Okay, for the project files folder, so this is where you really upload the Revit files, the WG files. So every project file that you want to navigate within the desktop connector. Okay, but for the plans folder, this is where your sheets are contained. So in this case, as you can see, I'm opening a sheet, so a title block. So this is where you actually upload these things, okay? And the plans folder has an OCR. So OCR is optical character recognition, where it can recognize the metadata from the title block. So as you can see, it did extract the name A101 from the sheet, and the title as well has been extracted. So if you did upload a set of documents, this is the location where you do upload it. Okay, so basically that's the difference of the plans folder and the project files folder. So thank you for the question, Sir Gilbert.
Thank you everyone for answering. So here are the details of Mr. Jello Flores, Mr. Raymond, and I myself. So you could directly email us with your inquiries, and I'll be emailing a copy of the presentation as well as some of our brochure kits for our Autodesk Training Center and Certification Center for your reference. So again, in behalf of Maximum Solutions, we would like to thank you for joining us. I know we got a minute of your time already for lunch, but again, thank you very much. And for the winners of the ACP voucher and the free online training, I'll be emailing the details to you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone.